The police are at it again. Welcome back, guys. I'm Amber Smiles Jones, and welcome back to my channel here on Professionally Silly. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have been keeping up with the news these days, but the police have found themselves in it once more. In Anaheim, California, an off-duty police officer pulled and discharged his weapon in a crowd full of teenagers simply because they walked on his lawn. Luckily, no one was shot or injured during this ordeal. Now, was there more to the story? And what would you have done? Now, we've all heard different versions of this story circulating throughout the media. Now, apparently, the officer was extremely agitated that these teenagers continued to go onto his lawn, to which he decided to finally confront them. During that confrontation, he called one of the teenage girls a cunt. Now, apparently, the 13-year-old who he grabbed decided to defend the honor of this girl, and things kind of got out of hand. Let's watch.
You're like freaking 13. Let me go, you're 13 on my shirt. You know that, let me go. Are you freaking trying to be me? You hit me, you passing me on the ground. I understand if you're a cop, but you're not a cop. Yeah. Who the hell do you think you are? Tackling me and freaking hurt me? Saying that I'm gonna shoot you, and I really didn't. I said I'm gonna shoot you. Can't you hear? You're not gonna hurt. Then why are you grabbing onto me still? You back up, you're the one who's hurting right here in front of you. There's like a crowd of people.
Hey! It's your wrong.
Let's go, kid!
Oh!
Hey,
Vete a la verga. Chingue su madre. What the fuck?
Now, the 13-year-old was arrested because he allegedly was heard saying, "I'm going to shoot you, I'm going to shoot you." However, the 13-year-old claims that he simply said, "I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you."
who the hell do you think you are? Tackling me and freaking hurt me? Saying that I'm gonna shoot you, and I really didn't. I said I'm gonna shoot you. Can't you hear? You're not gonna hurt. Then why are you grabbing onto me still?
Now, this officer was suspended and pending investigation. Does this sound fair to you? I don't know about you, but I have several questions. Questions like, why didn't he announce that he had a gun before he pulled it? Was this a racially motivated event? Was it really an accidental discharge? You know, at least homeboy had a ninja in his back pocket and shit. Even if all of our questions are answered, we still have to kind of wonder to ourselves, which version of the truth are we getting? The version from the cop, the version from the kids, the version from the social media, or the actual truth?
The actual truth.
Cop hater or cop lover, you kind of have to look at these cases individually, because it's easy to ride the rails and jump on board without facts. There's a reason why they say information is power. Speaking as an African American woman, and because of what people of color, have been through, including myself, it's hard to hear stories like this and not feel enraged and powerless at the same time when it comes to the police. I can't help but ask myself, had it been white kids walking on his lawn, would he have reacted the same? Would he have even brought his gun to begin with?
Chingue su madre. What the f?
And I'm sure that's a question that many people have, watching this video, because let's be real, these were Black and Hispanic kids that this happened with. Whether or not this was a racially motivated event, it doesn't even matter which one it is, because always in the back of our minds, we're always gonna think, there's a chance that it was. And that's because of all the wrong that we've witnessed over the centuries. And it's always gonna be in the back of our minds, no matter what. And as people of color, unfortunately, because of where we live and when we live, we kind of have to be careful of the company we keep as well as the situations we put ourselves in. Because whether we like it or not, it's the world we live in. And if you want to survive this current world that we live in, man, for one thing, we have to educate ourselves and we have to know our rights. Know your rights. Because who's to say what the police or the media is making up along the way? And if you don't know your rights, anybody can fucking stomp on them.
You know, it's the world we live in. And that's the truth. Truth hurts.
Alright, now some say that the officer could have actually felt that he really was threatened for his life. There were several teenagers surrounding him, and we all know that teenagers are big as shit these days, and he was being surrounded. Now, I'm not sure if you actually saw this, but if you actually look at the video, you'll see that the teen that jumped over the hedges reached in his back pocket for something. Now, between that and being bum rushed and surrounded by the kids, I don't know, would you pull your piece? I tell you one thing right now. The moment that I saw that cop reach for his waist and lift up his shirt, I would have been out of there. Because I know what that means. I've seen enough Law and Order to know what the fuck that means.
Know what the fuck that means.
I don't think I would have been there by the time he pulled that. I'd have been, bye. Because of what happened, hundreds of people went to Anaheim, California and protest that this young man be released and this cop be fired with charges pressed.
The porter's out, man. You guys don't have shit.
Don't shoot the kids! Don't shoot the kids! Don't shoot the kids!
Obviously, you can go to YouTube and you can find different versions and angles of what happened, because as you saw in the video, all the kids had their phones out. You know what I mean? In the comment section below, what would you have done if you were those kids? And what would you have done if you were that cop? Special shout out goes to Now This for their clip, MK Beats for that dope ass sound he put together. You can actually go and subscribe to their channel. His links can be found in the description box below.
Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. That way you'll be notified on when I post new weekly videos.
See you guys next time. If you haven't followed me on Snapchat yet, why? The respect I receive.
I'm a princess sitting on the toilet.
These nuts.